Thank you for coming back.
Yeah.
Not so fast.
Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel, Paula's Health Tricks, where you get relatable tips on how to keep your mental health in check. Last week, we spoke extensively with Christian on how he navigated life struggles through the power of self-motivation, and we promised that we will have him for 2 more weeks. Reason? There were so many lessons to learn, and you do not want to miss out on any of it. Stay with me today as I reveal the part 2 of my chat with Christian on choosing between passion and money. Let's go, guys.
Okay, Christian, thank you for coming back
Yeah.
to tell us your story. Thank you for coming back this
Thank
week.
you for having me back. Yeah.
We're sorry for stressing you. Okay, so I had to go back to Facebook and I had to look through your story. There was something striking, and I just want you to throw more light on it. The first one was on how you started something that wasn't interesting at first and you made it your passion. Now there are several schools of thought about what to make your passion, how to turn your job into your passion, and how to know where to draw the line between your work, your passion, and all of that. Some schools of thought think that you should start something that gives you money and make it give you satisfaction, or make it give you make it your passion. Basically, some others think that your passion might not necessarily give you money. So in your case, you mentioned something like that. So in your case, how was it like? How did what that was not interesting to you become interesting to you? How did you start getting motivated by something that was once just for the money? Yeah.
So just like you said, everybody have their different school of thoughts, and it works for them because what works for me may not work for for another person. So, but on the general note, for me, why I had to start volunteering was because I needed the money.
Okay.
So looking at my background, where I came from, and for me to be able to pull through in school, so I'll need to be getting all of those monies to buy food, at least to eat. Because person will no read book, or do eat food, no go feel read book. You understand? Yeah. So I saw an opportunity to volunteer somewhere. And then I think in my year 1, there was this course we did, library science or something, and they taught us about something reading every information you see. So I actually saw a flyer on the floor, so I picked it up and I read, and they were calling for volunteers for a particular activity. I was like, wow, okay, I think I can try this. So when I went, it wasn't because I had passion to volunteer. I went because I needed money. See, even if it was called volunteering opportunity, at least they will give transport. They will give you transport and all of those things. So I went and they told us what is expected of us, and then I was like, okay, no problem, let's see how it goes. Truth is that it was actually in a very remote community, I think somewhere in Calabar South, that event happened. And then what was the event? We're distributing jerry cans, 20 liter then, to women household, and then giving them water guard, teaching them how to drink safe water and all of that. Time we were having problem with water in Calabar. So I was
like a public health program.
Yeah, public health program. So we went, and then I just liked the whole concept. I was like, wow. So people could be happy, the way people were pouring accolades, praises, God bless you people, thank you so much for coming to do this in our community and all of those things. I was like, wow, this is a very wonderful one. So we finished that event, and then I told them, okay, anytime they have another event, please, they shouldn't hesitate to reach out to me. So they keep calling me each time they have activity. There was a time I remember that I was in Ugep. I was doing my hospital experience. They called me for an activity. I had to pay my way. They didn't give me transport actually, but I think at that point, that was my 3rd year. I was almost rounding up. So at that point, I have been able to find passion in that work.
Okay. When did you start the?
I started immediately. I started school 2010.
Whoa.
Immediately I started 2010. That was when I got admission, around September. So this activity took place, I think, around November, December. So I started almost immediately, looking out for opportunities. So because of that, I was now looking any information I see on the wall as I'm going around. I'm seeing posters, I'm reading. If they will say they need volunteer, I want to. Anyway, it is. Yes, I want to go and make money. But along the line, I now discovered that after coming back, because I remember there was one we went and they didn't give us even transport. But I came back, I was fulfilled. Like I was like
touching lives.
People were happy. People were pouring accolades, and they were just happy.
Praying
yes, I now wanted to do more. So that alone now made me to begin to explore other volunteering opportunities. So I was able to find passion while doing the work. But there are people who wants to go into a work because they are passionate about it. So it's passion that is driving them. Mine wasn't passion, it was just to have money to put food on my table. So but it was in that point I discovered that I am actually passionate about volunteering, and I've been volunteering since 2010. I have volunteered for many organizations. In fact, I was even some of us who came for the first program, or either the first program, and discovered that they weren't paid. They didn't come back. You understand? There was a event we went and we were not paid. We had to pay transport from our pocket. So they didn't come back. But I kept going. I kept going because I find fulfillment in doing such. There was a time, 2013, on the 5th of December, yes, World Volunteers Day. I had already lost contact. Okay, after school, actually it was 2015, I had lost contact with this organization because I went back to Bakassi. So I was in Bakassi when they called me. They were like, World Volunteers Day is coming up. That was on the 3rd. They called me on the 3rd. That World Volunteers Day is in 2 days' time, and the Cross River State Civil Society or whatever, they want to give award to some certain volunteers. And then they have looked into the archives. They have seen that I was very consistent. That even without pay, I was coming. I was eager to learn. I was eager to explore opportunities. So that they have added my name. They needed just 3 volunteers. So they have added my name. I was like, that was my first time hearing award. Like, award. How does it look like? What is expected of me? God help me. I was so fulfilled. So they were like, okay, where am I? So I'm in Bakassi. So I should come to Calabar immediately. So I came to Calabar and they told me that I need to write citation. I need to write my citation. I was like, wow, this thing is looking like a big program.
On your way out to collect the award.
So, and on the 5th of December that year, I think it was a secretary, they did that program. So I was among the 3 persons that got the award. So to me, that was a plus. That was a pay of all the free work I have done. So I actually found passion in doing the work. When I was doing the work, I didn't go because I had passion for it. So right now, if you put 2 things before me, just to work and pay me, and then this one, you're touching lives, I would choose the one I'm touching lives, because even without pay, I find fulfillment.
So in the process of finding money, you were able to discover what your passions were. Will your choice be the same if we were to turn back the hands of time, when you were in desperate need for money, you were in desperate need for finances to pay your school fees, to feed? Would you choose passion over money? Back then, in year 1, when you had to drop out?
Passion over money, no. I won't choose passion over money.
Okay, you would go for the money.
I'll go for the money because I needed it desperately.
Okay, did you have gestures, or did you get invited to do shady things in order to make money at those points where you needed money?
Yes, I have been invited. There are a lot of opportunities. I would have made money, but I was like, no, I love money, but this one that is not legal, so I can't do anything that is against my belief, against my morals, against my values. I have values. So in as much as I wanted money, so I don't.
You had a point.
Yeah. There are instances that I have done businesses with people, and I won't cheat you. Don't cheat me. I know people have cheated me several times because I always look at the win-win situation.
Okay, Christian, thank you for sharing your story. Sorry I'm pushing this, but I just wanted to know the nature of these other wrong things that you came across in your quest to make money and refused to do them, even when you needed the money desperately.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. So I didn't tell you that I'm also a teacher. I'm also taught.
Wow.
Yeah. I started teaching at 16.
Wow.
Yes. It was immediately I finished secondary school, so I had to. Oh man, don't suffer. So I started teaching at the age of 16, and at some point, I went to a particular school of a young guy who started his school. So okay, let me just go and teach. I started teaching there. At some point, I also discovered that they were mismanaging the guy's fund. Seriously. So I told him, okay, you need an auditor.
Wow.
Your money, you have this number of students and pupils, and then at the end of the term,
Nothing
you're
to show.
nothing to show. You're struggling to pay teachers, and you need an auditor. So he was like, it's true. At some point, I said, okay, I should take up the responsibility of the auditor. So the first day I audited this guy's account, it was a whooping amount that was missing. I was like, okay, this is what is happening. I brought this to your notice. Whatever it is you want, let us. The man was like, are you serious? Just one day, this amount of money was missing. So when he now saw that I was consistent in what I was doing, he now said, okay, after the auditing, get the money. So the guy shouldn't keep the money in any ways. So I will get the money and I'll come and give to him. So when I consulted, this is the money, we're like, no, Christian, keep the money. So I was an auditor, I was a cashier. So there was every likelihood that I can pull out a huge sum of money.
Without it being noticed, since you had the records.
Yes, I had the records. So, but I couldn't do that. I can't do that. So I was just keeping those records. The only thing I know I used his money to do was that I was using the money to do business. Yes, when he needs his money, I give him. But because after school too, I will go to the market. I'll fry chin chin. I'll carry chin chin on my head. I'll be selling. You know this situation that students, your people will see in school. Uncle. I say, hey, uncle ends in school. Uncle is doing business.
So you had multiple personalities.
Yes, I say uncle ends in school. Uncle is doing business now. He's in business. So I make chin chin.
Did he know you were using his money for something else?
Yes, I think he knew.
Okay.
He knew because there was a time I was using the money I give him. When he tell me, okay, I need so amount, I bring out the money and I give to him. He wasn't even taking records. I'll just give him the money. So at some point, school closed for that term. Normally, I dress very well. At this point, I dress very well. Not because of the 3,000 he was paying as salary. I was doing business, so at least I could buy some good clothes and wear. So some other teachers felt I was eating this guy's money. So they started telling him, this guy is eating your money. He was like, but only time I need my money, now he gives me the money. So that term, school ended. That was the last time they paid the highest amount of salary till now, because after I left, the whole thing dropped again. So, and then he had excess money, so that even when school closed, someone called him to come and buy a land. He was able to get a land. So it was later on, the next day when I came back, I just strolled in. I said, okay, let me come and see him. He was like, Chidu, come. And I sat me down. I said, Chidu, God will bless you. God will bless you. Do you know that people were saying that you're eating my money? I was like, hey, leave them. He was now telling me what people were saying. I said, Oga, I didn't use your money. I was only using your money for business. Anytime you need your money, I give you your money. Even there was a time I gave him money, he never expected the money was there. So there are other stuffs like that I would have, but no, I can't do that. So I had every opportunity to make so much money for it. So
wow, thank you so much, Christian. So guys, remember to subscribe to my channel.
Yes, you have to subscribe.
Remember to subscribe to my channel. While we're actually having fun here. I mean, reminiscing is beautiful, having to recount these experiences, at a later date in a better place. And we're going to have Christian for one more week. We're going to be having him next week as well, and we'll be discussing something very sensitive. So stay locked. Keep it locked and subscribe to my channel. So Christian, thank you so much for throwing more light on passion to money, money to passion, your story, and sharing your integrity story and your resilience story. So see you again next week.
Please subscribe. You need to subscribe.
All right, guys. Bye bye, guys.
All right.